If you travel along the Kaswa Winneba Road and arrive at Tuba Junction, where the old toll booth is, one thing becomes immediately obvious. The junction has gradually been transformed into a sprawling marketplace. Traders have occupied virtually every available space around the junction. Also, fresh fish sellers display the fish openly under conditions that raise serious public health concerns. Houseflies swarm over the fish while customers move through the congested area and unhygienic surrounding. The situation is not only unpleasant to witness, it presents a potential threat to public health and environmental sanitation. When future road projects commence, traders occupying the road reserves and surrounding spaces will inevitably be required to move. The roads will be reconstructed, yes. The pavements will be rebuilt, yes. Drainage systems will be improved, of course. Public funds will be invested, yes. But here is the concern. If history is anything to go by in this our country, Ghana, there is a real possibility that many of the same traders will simply return and reclaim the pavements, road shoulders, and public spaces once again. But beyond the trading and food safety concerns lies a much bigger problem: the complete breakdown of planning, order, and enforcement. The authorities responsible for managing this area have over the years looked on while traders steadily expanded their activities into spaces never intended for commercial use. Road reservations, open spaces, the drainage, and pedestrian pathways have all been taken over. If authorities fail to enforce regulations after development projects are completed, the very problems being addressed today will return tomorrow. The truth is that this issue requires courage from local authorities. It requires consistent enforcement. It requires a clear message that public spaces are meant for public purposes and not for permanent occupation by unauthorized activities. The responsibility also falls on traders themselves. Keeping drains clear is not solely the responsibility of government. Every citizen has a role to play in preserving the environment. The culture of indiscriminate dumping, littering, and treating public spaces as nobody's property must come to an end. The time has come for the relevant municipal authorities, environmental health officers, sanitation departments, traditional leaders, community stakeholders, and law enforcement agencies to act decisively. A proactive city or municipality does not wait for such things to start before looking for solutions. Preventive action is always cheaper and more effective than emergency response. What should be a well organized junction now resembles an unregulated market operating without regard for sanitation, public safety, or urban planning. Even more worrying are reports from residents and persons familiar with the area that some traders and individuals operating around the junction dispose of urine and human waste into the natural vegetation and water bodies located behind the old toll booth area near the police station. If these reports are indeed accurate, then the situation is far more serious than many people realize. Natural vegetation and water bodies are not dumping grounds for human waste. Such actions contaminate the environment, create offensive odors, attract pests, threaten aquatic ecosystems, and expose surrounding communities to health risk. It demonstrates a complete disregard for environmental responsibility and public decency. An orderly city is not an option. No, it is a requirement for sustainable development. If we truly want modern communities, safer roads, healthier environments, and better living conditions, then we must stop normalizing situations like the one unfolding at Tuba Junction. The future of our communities depend not only on the infrastructure we build, but also on our willingness to protect and maintain it.